What's up? What is up? Check it out. You see that behind me? That's an old ass building. Listen, I am in the green now. This is the original green. All right, just come off of this is State Street right here. Yeah, this is South State Street, or this is State Street, South State Street that way. But this is the original green. If you look at the real old pictures from the 1700s and the 1800s, early 1800s, you're going to see these buildings right here, including that courthouse right there. That's the original courthouse. Not that building from there all the way down, just this one right here with these 4 windows up top and the 4 windows at the bottom. That's all that was there back in the 1700s, was just that courthouse. This is where you came. All the politicians and all the bigwigs from Delaware back then lived right here. Most of these houses behind me, except for the hotel over here to my right, this is where they all lived, man. They lived right here and they worked right here. This is what they did. Most of these guys that lived here were farmers, you know what I mean, that had land and shit. You know what I mean? If they didn't live on their land, they lived right here. You know what I mean? If they did live on the land, they eventually moved into this area. But this is the green, all right? That's the original courthouse, all right? Then this courthouse was built. This courthouse was built after that courthouse was all done with people back in the 1700s. Matter of fact, right in front of that building, the Declaration of Independence was read right there in front of that building right there. So, and Caesar Rodney has run right through here on his motherfucking horse. Probably coming up was then probably a dirt road that ran all through here. You know what I mean? With no curbs, just dirt. You know what I mean? So, this Kent County Courthouse right here, motherfuckers, that's where I got my time. That's where my time was given to me, was in this courthouse right here. So this is one of the entrances into the courthouse, but the other entrance is around this way. This is the way that they brought me in when, well, this is the way I walked in when I was coming to court, was right through there. All right. There's a photograph taken of this spot right here when a robbery occurred in Camden, Wyoming, Delaware back in the 80s, where a liquor store clerk was shot and killed by 3 gentlemen that lived in the Camden, Wyoming area. And I'm not going to put their names out there, but 2 of them turned state evidence. No, 1 turned state evidence. The other one served a 5-year prison sentence, and the other one is in life that shot the guy. Anyway, so Andy Kerr, a good friend of mine, you know what I mean, was one that was smart. He was the one that said, you know what? Fuck this, man. You know what I mean? I didn't kill no fucking body. We didn't plan for nobody to get shot. I mean, this is what he told me. And he says he deeply regrets that somebody had passed away, man. And, you know, he wasn't the person that could do any time. I believe my boy might have just took himself out if he had to do a long jail sentence. But old John got it. They nailed him upside the head. Steve Spence, God rest his soul. Steve Spence was the 3rd dude. He's dead now, died just a few years ago of drug overdose in Woodside. There's a picture of Andy Kerr standing on these steps in the Delaware State News when he was found not guilty and was released, coming out right here by the press, taking of him on them steps. So this building with these steps and these steps was here before that addition was put on. All right, so courthouse number 1, courthouse number 2, extension of number 2, becoming number 3, Superior Court, Court of Common Pleas, all that right inside. All right. This is the John Bell House. All right, the John Bell House is one of the oldest houses in Delaware. It's an old ass home, man. And John Bell was, you know, a very popular, you know, person here. I believe he might have been an attorney general or something like that for the state of Delaware. And so, and he created the first state heritage park. So this was the home that he had lived in, and it sits right here. And there's somebody in there to go ahead and tell you all about it. I could take you back in time, and you can actually see the people that's inside that are from the past. They're time travelers. That, you know what? Listen, the motherfuckers that are in these buildings right now, they're time travelers, because they won't tell you where they live, and they stay into character like it's actually 1775 or 1776 here. I should go in there so she can go ahead and do her thing, and I was be cool if she let me record her. That's right, the John Bell house. Look how small that little motherfucker is. When you get over here and you look back at it, you're like, holy shit, that's a fucking shed. You know what I mean? That's not even a house. My shed was almost as big as that I lived in. All right. This is new. This is the new Supreme Court right here of Dover, Delaware. Of course, they try to make everything here look like it's from the 18th century. You know what I mean? Or from the early 19th century in the 1800s. But here's the original one. Here's the original courthouse. Now, ready to do this? I should take a peek inside. So you want to go back in time? Right through these doors, I will take you to the year 1776, 1777, 1778, right here. Oh, check this out. You see this square right here? You see the way these bricks are shaped? Right here, 1776. Caesar Rodney read the Declaration of Independence to a crowd of people that were right here. The Declaration of Independence was read right here to all the Dover people. Then he horsed that motherfucker all the way to Philadelphia. After it was signed in Philly, he took it. He took it around and it got read because people can only read in what little bit of paper that you had back then on what went down. So it came here. That's why the bricks are shaped like that. That tells the story. Yep. Those bricks right there is where the Declaration of Independence was read. It's pretty wild, ain't it? I would go in here, man, but I don't want to bore you. Maybe I'll do it another time. In the meantime, we're just walking around. Now, this building, these buildings behind me, I don't know much history on. I do know that this was a hotel at one time. This one right here. You know what I mean? At one time, this bad boy was a hotel. That one right there was like an ale house. And on the end down there was like a tavern. It was the original Fleece Tavern. It was right down here on the end. So basically, you know, this is it. Now everything over that way, that's the Capitol building. And here's the original courthouse that you guys saw me at the other day. And of course, it's always had that view. And then, you know, green. You see some people just came out of it right now. You know what I mean? They went in and checked it out. You know, and to be honest with you, it tells you right here. You know, it tells you about the green. William Penn established the town of Dover in 1683. William Penn, buddy. The town featured 3 public squares, including the green. Surrounded by government buildings, shops, homes, and taverns, the green became the heart of Dover. During the American Revolution, it was the setting for troop reviews, markets, and public gatherings. On December 7th, 1787, 30 delegates, 10 from each county, met at the Golden Fleece Tavern facing the green and ratified the United States Constitution, giving Delaware a place of honor as the first state. Owned by the city of Dover, the green is now preserved in partnership with the National Park Services, which means none of this shit's going to change. It's always going to look like this out here. I am standing pretty much where human beings were standing before anybody was in California. You know what I mean? California didn't get people there until the pioneer days. You know what I mean? Back in 1700s, there wasn't a fucking soul living on the west coast of California. There wasn't nobody. There was no LA. I mean, there might have been. I think LA does date back to 17. Yes, there were Spaniards there. I take it back. But as far as, you know, this type of history, you're not going to find this type of history nowhere else. This right here. Lots of shit from right here. Old Dover days is going to take place right here. It happens here and behind me. So right here and back here in these 2 squares is where it's going to be crazy first weekend of May. Just thousands of people everywhere. Bouncy jumps for the kids, fucking rides. You know what I mean? That's coming up too. So, you know, you guys are going to be, you know, hyped up on that. But yeah, so these are the court. Now the newest courthouse is right there. It's that big motherfucker right over there. Them pillars over there. You can't see the rest of it because it's back around the other side of this old courthouse. But woo, the fucking green, man. Peace.